So it's this like bluish purple color, and it's really like honestly, when you really look at it, it's quite beautiful. Like I don't know, kind of just like one of those moments where you step back and you go, "Wow, that's crazy." But anyway, that's how I know for sure I'm allergic to sea slugs.
Wow.
It's crazy. Right? Hey, what's going on? I'm Joey,
Hello. I'm Colt.
and let's give this a shot, man.
Let's give it a shot.
We got some weird news. I've only got the one, but you said you got two, so you want to start us off?
Yeah, let me start us off here. We got an exciting one, and it does fit into the weird category. Finally, we got another one that is
Okay.
actually weird
Yeah,
in
get another
weird
weird
news.
one.
So, let me start off with the heading here. Viral videos of people licking this restaurant's salt wall are gross, but is it dangerous?
Hold on, wait a minute. And this restaurant has a salt wall that people are licking?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Uh, Let me read in here a little bit.
Yeah, get into this one.
So this is The Mission, an award-winning modern Latin restaurant in Old Town Scottsdale, Arizona, went viral on CNN on June 3rd that the restaurant encourages patrons to lick a salt block wall after taking a shot of tequila.
Well, that's not COVID safe.
No, I think that's originally why CNN was there, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Hang on a minute,
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute.
hold on,
Wait a
what's
second.
happening here?"
These
uh,
people are licking this wall?
so, online photos of customers licking the mission's wall can be seen as far back as 2011. So they've been doing this for a minute.
Yeah, geesh.
Some of the captions that say staff allowed them to do it. Here's a caption. It's a picture of this lady, and it says, Sammy's birthday cake, licking the salt wall at the Mission restaurant. Happy birthday. Um, but
Okay.
the co owner of the Mission said that's not true.
No.
It's
Oh.
not something that we've ever encouraged or told people to do.
But you definitely didn't tell people not to.
Exactly. You didn't tell them, hey, stop licking that wall, please.
Yeah. Why
You
would you make a
know,
wall out of salt if you didn't want people to lick it?
yeah, exactly. So they talked about how it's a Himalayan salt wall, rock wall.
Hmm.
Um,
Like those lights.
yes,
Right.
yeah, and the seats like it's like a whole wall. So there's like you can sit right up against the wall. It shows one dude like just sitting there and just taking a lick off the wall while he's
Oh.
making a drink, and it's like this is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, it's gross.
Um,
Even if COVID wasn't a thing, I would still be like, that's gross.
exactly. I
Like,
don't
even if
care
COVID wasn't
like
a
about
thing.
that during this like that is ultimately a health violation. But
Right.
yeah, before that,
Yeah,
you're
even
licking a
before that.
wall,
Yeah. That multiple other people have licked.
and it's
And
out in the open.
it's not like
Like
you're like crawling up to the top of to the ceiling licking it. Like everybody's looking at the same general level.
yeah,
So
oh
there's got to
yeah,
be like a
unless you're
path.
like Matumbo or whatever, and you're
Yeah.
like 8 feet tall, like,
Yeah.
and you're looking up at the top part where there's probably dust.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's at least at minimum a mouthful of dander.
you're licking a part that someone's probably already licked. That's
That day
disgusting.
probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
who
good.
knows?
No thanks. I'm all
They
right.
do say, is licking a salt wall dangerous? They said the mission said they regularly wipe down the wall, although it cites no sources, so who knows? But they also say other photos have captions saying the wall is self-cleaning.
That's
So,
absolutely not true.
yeah,
And clean it with what? What are you wiping it down with?
right. That's what I'm wondering. What can you
Like,
spray on this
yeah,
that
that's
people can then lick it again?
yeah. That people
You
can
know,
lick
like
and it cleans it. Like what?
you spray like a chemical on it, like, oh, it's all right. You can lick the chemicals
Yeah,
now. Like what?
yeah. No, I just sprayed a bunch of Clorox bleach all over this, but you're good to go. Don't you worry.
I can't imagine this restaurant's going to keep making it after this
No, there's
because,
no way.
but I also like in here an Arizona public health expert warned that guests who lick the wall are taking a risk. And it says, If someone licks the same area, it's basically like licking a public surface. It's not a sanitary practice. Uh, you know, I don't even think I needed an expert for that. I think I knew that already. And if they
Yeah, I don't
say
think I need to
that
be told that.
Himalayan salt heals itself and
That's
it's
absolutely
safe
wild.
to,
That's
I nope,
no,
nope.
I
I'm
don't
gonna listen
care.
to the health expert here,
Yeah, I
and
don't care. I don't care if the health expert told me it was safe. I'd be like, it's still gross.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
I don't care if everybody in the world was like, yeah, no, it's perfectly safe, fine. Like, it is clean, cleans itself, yada yada. I'd be like, no, absolutely not.
yeah. So this is crazy. I don't know why people are licking walls, but
Yeah,
this is a crazy world we live in. So
people are
yeah,
wild.
yeah, that's
All right,
wild.
that is weird news.
Yeah.
All right, before we get to our next news segment, I wanted to give a quick shout out to my little brother Jack for he sent me in this next article, and I really appreciate it. And hey, if anybody at home finds an article that you think we would love on the show, we'd love to hear it from you. So go ahead and send it our way. We'd be happy to shout you out for it. But let's get right into it.
Let's go, Jack. We appreciate it.
Sorry, I got something in my throat. I got one, and it's not dark. I mean, it is dark. It's a little dark. Just a forewarning.
Okay.
I know we like to keep this show a little lighthearted, but it's very interesting, to say the least. All right. Elephant kills woman and returns to her funeral to attack her corpse.
Whoa.
It's not funny, but
I mean, it's wild.
it's wild.
How does this happen? I gotta
Yeah, here we go.
understand this.
Bizarre animal stories are heard often, but none are quite like this latest vicious and deadly elephant attack of a 68-year-old woman in India.
Oh my gosh.
Maya Murmu, Maya Murmu. I don't know if I butchered that. I'm sorry. Was collecting water in the Rapi village located in the district of Odisha, India. I don't think that's how you say it. Where a herd of elephants came her way. That's when she tried to flee, but one of the elephants rushed towards her. Oh.
Oh, you're back.
Hold on. Yeah, can you hear me? Am I good?
Yeah.
Oh, I just went through the wildest ride. My head hurts. Ooh, all right. Sorry about that.
You're still recording, right?
Yeah, we're still good.
All right.
Um,
Technical difficulties happen.
technical
all right.
difficulties. Stuff happens.
Come on.
All right, let me see where we pick
Deal
back
with
up.
it.
Let me just start from here. Maya Murmu was collecting water in the Rapi village located in the district of Odisha, India, where a herd of elephants came her way. That's when she tried to flee, but one of the elephants rushed towards her and trampled her, the Times of India reported. She was rushed to the hospital but died from her injuries. Her family brought her body home for funeral preparations to take place the same evening. That's when a more unusual event occurred. As the ceremony was taking place, the Times of India reported that a herd of elephants appeared from the forest, sending villagers running. They left her body behind. It's not funny, and I'm trying. It's not funny, and I'm trying not to laugh, but it's just. I don't
What
know.
are the odds of
Yeah, I
this?
feel like she had to
How?
do something, right? Like she had to
What?
do something to this elephant in particular.
How does this happen? Like,
Um, one of the elephants then reportedly attacked the woman's corpse by picking up the body and throwing it in the air.
oh
In a
my
video of the
gosh.
alleged incident published by the Times, a herd of elephants can be seen at the edge of the forest, one chasing a villager as mourners yell toward the herd. The herd then destroyed Murmu's home, with 3 other houses being damaged because of the attack.
Dude.
No
How?
one else in the village has reported to be harmed. I feel like I feel like she had to have done something to this elephant.
They really got a
Or
vendetta towards her,
yeah,
that's for sure.
or she just so happens to look a lot alike, or a lot like somebody who did do something to this elephant.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that would be unfortunate, but
That would be
you know,
extremely unfortunate. And I mean, that's what it kind of sounds like because they don't know why. Um, Here, let me
And don't they
continue.
say elephants are very smart and
Yeah, they're extremely
they
smart.
remember.
Yeah, they
They
remember
remember
things.
things. Like they remember
Yeah,
paths they took years ago
yeah.
to get to like water or something.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah, elephants are extremely smart. They remember things. That's why I feel like they remembered her or someone that looked genuinely
yeah.
like her.
Well, it's
A
also
village.
like where's this funeral being held where the elephants can then attend again? Like,
Uh,
oh my gosh.
Let me get to that. A villager told the Times of India that, quote, "We were terrified after witnessing the herd of elephants on Thursday evening. We have never seen such a ferocious elephant bunch earlier." Uh, Her family was able to continue with the ceremony once the herd of elephants left the area. According to the print, the elephant in question has strayed from the uh, Dalma Wildlife Sanctuary, which is more than 100 miles away from Odisha.
Whoa.
Or Odisha. That's probably Odisha. The level of violence from an unusually peaceful creature has many wondering what could have caused such behavior. One person tweeted, "Whatever that woman did to that elephant is the biggest mystery of the decade."
Oh my gosh.
While there's no confirmation on the elephant's motive,
Are we really saying the elephant's motive?
that's what I'm saying. Like,
So
those
people
are the
really do
words.
think like this elephant
Yeah.
had it out for this lady.
Many users online speculate the woman was a part of a poacher group that killed the elephant's baby.
Oh my gosh.
Uh, yeah, that's where it ends. But yeah, a lot of people think, and I'm kind of in the boat where like she had to have done something, or she just so happened to look a lot like somebody else. Because elephants are extremely smart when it comes to memory. So
Right,
like they
that's what I
definitely are
thought. I
gonna
remember
remember.
that. But it's
Like
like, how do they know to like, oh, we got
go,
him.
yeah, we got him.
This is
Like,
the
no,
one that
I'm not
killed
done. It's not over.
daughter or whatever,
Yeah.
like my daughter elephant, and it's like you're done for. Like, if that's the case,
Yeah.
that is crazy. That's
Yeah, that was
wild.
wild.
But wow,
Yeah,
that's a
and then
story.
yeah, and then to go and like, all right, we're crashing this funeral. I'm getting her
Yeah,
twice.
roll
Like,
up.
yeah.
Let them know that we
And it,
mean business. You
I was
know.
laughing earlier because I was just thinking of the image of them, like everybody very sad mourning at this funeral, and then just out of the woods you just see tusks, and then more tusks, and more,
Just
and then all just like start coming out of the forest.
stampede.
Yeah. Well, it says that that they all stayed back except for one. Like they all just chilled at the edge of the forest except for one elephant, and that one elephant's like, "I'm coming back." Like,
Like I'm coming for seconds. Like
yeah. Hold on, I gotta look up.
that is insane. I've seen like videos of like safaris, and like the elephant like charges at a Hummer or
Yeah.
whatever, and it's like that is
Yeah, elephants are
terrifying.
generally peaceful. Like they're generally like
You ever touch an elephant, like its skin or whatever, or
yeah, I've touched elephant.
pet one? Yeah, I did one. It was like a year or two ago
Yeah, I was with you.
at the zoo. What?
Yeah, I was standing right behind you.
The Indy Zoo?
Yes, you and Yvette went to go touch the went to go pet the elephant foot, and I went and got Dippin' Dots.
Oh. Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was
Uh,
wild, wasn't it?
yeah, I've touched an elephant other. That's why I didn't touch an elephant because I'm like I've touched an elephant before. I'm gonna
Done
go
it
Dippin'
before.
Dots.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah, we've all been there. Um,
Dipping
a,
dots, touching an elephant's
one in a
skin.
lifetime.
Come on.
A baby elephant is called a calf, by the way. I should
I
have looked
think I
that
knew
up.
that.
I
think I
didn't
knew
know that.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was thinking pup.
Pup. That's more
Yeah,
like a dog, right? Or a
yeah, but there's a
lion
lot of
cub.
other
No, wait, a
stuff.
lion
Yeah,
cub. Never
cub.
mind.
There's other pups. I think otter pups.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah. All right,
Dude,
you got
that's
a second one?
wild. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that just crazy?
I'm
Like,
kind of stunned on that one still. So that's wow. Okay. This one's definitely weird again. So I think all three of our stories are weird.
yeah, I think we got a good weird selection this week.
We nailed it.
Yeah, we're crushing it.
So this one says NASA wants its moon dust and cockroaches back now.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a second. Who's got their moon dust and their cock? Why does NASA need
You'll find out.
cockroaches?
Yeah, what does moon dust have to do with cockroaches?
Yeah, like what are the correlation between the two?
Well, you'll see here. So, the space agency wants to halt the sale of moon dust collected in 1969 that was later fed to cockroaches to determine if the lunar rock posed a threat to terrestrial life.
Um,
So basically, when we first landed on the moon, we took some moon dust back.
right. We took a lot of stuff back.
Yeah. And we decided, let's feed it to some cockroaches and see what happens.
It's kind of crazy that the cockroaches ate it.
Well, that's what I'm wondering too. How do you force feed a cockroach to
Yeah,
eat moon dust?
I don't understand. Like, yeah, I don't get it because it's not like they eat dirt. So, like
Don't
what?
they? Actually, what do they eat? I don't even know.
Trash.
They probably eat some moon dust. Then you just put
I
some
mean,
moon
yeah.
dust in there. They're probably gonna eat it.
Well, that's what they probably did is they probably took food and they sprinkled moon dust in it.
I guess.
They did a slurry of a blend.
Well,
What are they worried about? People eating moon dust? What? Like,
well, NASA wants its moon dust and cockroaches back. So supposedly they've asked Boston-based RR Auction to halt the sale of moon dust collected during the 1969 Apollo 11 mission that had subsequently been fed to cockroaches during an experiment to determine if the lunar rock contained any sort of pathogen that posed a threat to terrestrial life. So that was the reason they did it.
okay.
I think, you know what? If you are going to feed it to anything, give it to a cockroach because supposedly they can survive anything.
Yeah, that's
So,
true. They always say at the end of the world, there's nothing but cockroaches.
yeah. So I guess the NASA lawyer said that this stuff still belongs to the federal government, which I'm
Okay.
confused on who they're selling this to and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't get
who's
it.
buying it? Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing
Like,
with it?
are we selling this illegally, like on the
Yeah.
black market, or what? But the material from the experiment included a vial of about 40 milligrams of moon dust and three cockroach carcasses. So they're dead now.
Oh, they didn't make it? Did the
yeah.
moon dust get them?
I don't know if it was the moon dust or the time because it was in 1969. So
could have been either. It's a toss up.
yeah, but it was expected to sell for at least $400,000, but has been pulled from the auction block.
Oh, wait, hold on, wait a minute. 400K for some dead cockroaches full of moon dirt?
Exactly. Cockroaches full of moon dirt, $400,000. I think I'm gonna find some cockroaches and say they ate moon dust. And try to sell them on eBay.
See if I can get at least a cool 10K.
I'm just gonna sell cockroaches that have eaten different things.
Yeah. See if anybody buy this one.
Cockroach ate McDonald's French fries for a year.
Yeah. Loves the things. Won't put them down.
Selling for $500.
Yeah. See what we started off as.
And then it goes on. We're requesting that you no longer facilitate the sale of any of all items containing, so they can keep the lunar soil experiment. And then in a later date, the lawyer asked our auction to work with the current owner of the material to return it to the federal government. So someone's got it that shouldn't have it, I guess, and they're trying to sell it. But I guess in the Apollo 11 mission, they brought more than 47 pounds of lunar rock dust.
Well, I mean, if I'm going up there, I'm bringing as much moon dirt as I can.
Yeah. So they also said some was fed to insects, fish, and other small creatures, which NASA, you doing this, you can't do that, dude. You can't do that.
I just don't understand what's so worry. Like, are you scared these astronauts can get up there and just look at the dirt and be like, I gotta eat it?
I gotta eat it. Yeah.
Like, why must they ingest it? I don't understand. Like, what?
But apparently they found no evidence of infectious agents. Brooks, who was doing the experiment, who died in 2007. I bet you he ate the moon dust.
Probably. Moon dust got him. Snorting all that moon dust.
But they found no evidence that the moon material was toxic or caused any other ill effects to the insects, according to the article. So,
do you think afterwards, after they realized, like, oh yeah, the moon dust is good for these insects, you think the dude's just like, all right, spoonful for me?
Spoonful for you.
Yeah. Little for you, little for me. See how this goes.
Ricky the cockroach. Here you go.
I don't understand, man.
So
I don't get it.
It was probably like one of the scientists who's like, you know what? I got to test it on a human. It's going to be me.
Yeah. I'll be the forefront of science exploration.
Just takes a spoonful of moon
Yeah.
dust and
I just imagine him writing in the journal, moon dust ingested has done nothing to me. I now must snort this moon dust to see if it gets into my lungs and if that affects me in any way. Still in the search for super moon powers.
bowel movements seem extraterrestrial.
My bathroom commotion has been out of this world.
Surely shooting for the stars.
Yeah. Oh man. I do this all day.
Okay. Yeah. So that was some weird news. That's all I got for you. That's all you got, Joe?
And that's all I got. I mean, I think we did some good roundabout weird news this week.
Those were great. I like those.
Pretty good to me.
So,
all right.
yeah.
I think it's time to head on over to the next segment. What do you think?
Let's do it. I'm excited.
Let's get it. We'll meet you over there.
Welcome back to Overrated or Underrated. Pretty self-explanatory. We give you some stuff, and then I guess you can say at home if it's overrated or underrated, but we're going to tell you if it's overrated or underrated.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to let you know.
We got the knowledge.
We got the know-how. Hey.
Whoa.
Wait a second.
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
Yo, up high.
Yo, I'm slapping.
Let's go.
Let's go, dude. I'm slapping a lamp over here.
Dang, the chemistry in this room.
It's palpable. It's tangible. I can feel it. It's in my bones.
Yo, go ahead and give me your first one. Let's
All right,
go.
let me just fire this off. Jujubes, underrated.
Jujubes. What are those?
It's the hard candies.
It's like Mike and Ike's?
They're kind of like Mike and Ike's. They're a little more waxy. They're very hard. They get in your teeth. If you get a mouthful of them, they get in your teeth.
I'm going to say overrated.
You think they're overrated?
Mike and Ike's, just like you said, all up in your teeth.
Okay,
You're
Mike and
constantly
Ike's.
smacking your gums like...
Yeah. That's the beauty of the Jujube. They're better than the Mike and Ike's. They're a little harder. They're smaller. But, like, you get them in your teeth, and then, like, you could just suckle on them. You can get some flavor throughout your day. It's like a saliva flavor.
You, like, save them for later?
Yeah, just tuck a couple up in the lip. Let them
in
dissolve.
the gums?
Yeah.
You know what? You sold me.
They're good, man.
That sounds good.
Eat it. Every now and then, I'll buy, like, a whole case of them off Amazon, and I'll just lay in bed and just pound boxes of Jujubes, man.
That sounds healthy.
It is not. All right, what do you got?
Wendy's Spicy Nugs.
What are you thinking?
Underrated.
Really? I'm not a spicy nug guy.
What?
I like my nugs just regular, covered in sweet and sour or honey mustard.
Dude, if I got spicy nug option over regular nug option, I'm choosing spicy every single time.
I'll choose a regular nug every time. If somebody offered me a spicy nug, or if there's a spicy nug in there, I'd be like, oh, okay. But, like, I don't know, I ain't going for it.
So you going for overrated?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I know.
People from home, let us know. Spicy
nugs,
overrated,
comment down below
underrated.
on what you think is our decisions here. All right, you ready for this one?
You can also buy like 50 nugs from Wendy's for like $3.
I know. Wendy's is underrated in my opinion. Wendy's is the best fast food restaurant there is.
I don't know about best, but it's up.
It's up there. It's at least top 3 for me.
I could live with that, maybe.
Yeah. All right, you ready for this one?
Yep.
This is gonna be some controversial opinion right here. Ooh, where's my other hand? Are you ready? Because I can already tell we're gonna disagree. Game of Thrones. Overrated. You're right. Overrated. I think Game of Thrones is wildly overrated.
Dude, you get sucked in. You follow the characters.
Nope.
The time period is a fantasy, so
it's made up.
You can, which is cool in its own way because you have freedom to do whatever. You know.
Let me explain to you why Game of Thrones is bad. 1, way too much going on. If I have to have a book explaining who goes to what house and what their current beef is, to keep up with the show, I'm out. That's too much. I don't need to keep up with all 45 houses, all right?
I gotcha.
Problem number 2, and my honestly should have been problem number 1 because this is a way bigger problem for me. If you live in a world where magic exists, why don't you just figure out how to do magic?
Because not everyone's born with it, Joe.
That's wild. If I watch a show and I know magic exists and I go 5 episodes without seeing any magic, I'm mad. Like, I don't want to watch these people fight swords. That person could change her face.
Yeah, honestly, I probably would have liked Game of Thrones if there wasn't as much magic or whatever in it. I think I would like the more, the quote unquote realistic factor of like medieval warfare and all that. I think that's kind of cool.
I would honestly like it more if it had no magic. I
Yeah.
feel like it does the exact wrong where it has magic, but it's not enough to get me satisfied with the amount of magic it has. But it's also like, what are we doing? There's magic in this world. Why are we talking about this? Why are we fighting with swords?
I will admit there are times
who talks to birds.
Bird talker.
Yeah.
There are many times where I did get confused sometimes in an episode, and I had to be like, "Wait, what just happened?" kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
That did frustrate me. I do think they went kind of long with it, so they probably could have cut it back a little bit. I didn't even finish the last season. So
I've seen a lot of Game of Thrones. I don't like it.
I don't know if maybe I technically have to put it in the overrated because I didn't even have
you didn't even like it enough to finish it.
Exactly. So
overrated.
I liked it, but I think I have to jump on board with you because I didn't finish it. So
yeah.
There's been other shows that I've liked.
That's
better
a TKO
than Game of Thrones.
in my book.
So yeah. You wrapped me up and I had to tap.
I got you in the head.
All right. Here's another one. Here's a real quick one. S'mores.
Underrated?
I'm going overrated.
Really? You're not a s'mores guy?
S'mores are fine, but the whole process and everything.
It is. Yeah, I'll give you this.
It takes forever.
It's too much.
The graham crackers break, and then you got marshmallow all over your face. And normally you're by a campfire, and you don't have a lot to wipe it off with. It's just.
That's true. And I am a bearded fellow, so I do get a lot of goo in my mustache and whatnot.
I would much rather cook something else over the fire, than a s'more.
Yeah, some dogs.
Throw some dogs on a skewer. I don't know, something else.
Yeah, the s'more is kind of overrated.
I think it's overrated.
I like the process of making the s'more. I like that my marshmallow catches on fire and I got a tiny little fireball. I like the crust, the charred crust to like the gooey center. But yeah, the second I put it on there, it's a hassle to eat.
Yeah.
Like you said, the graham cracker snaps, and then you're like holding the pile of, I don't know, like gooey crumbs that you're trying not to drop all over the place. Your fingers are sticky. Yeah.
Overrated.
I give it to you.
Nice. Let's go.
All right. You ready for mine?
Yep.
Apple. The tech company, not the food.
Overrated. I already know you're going to say overrated.
Yeah. Overrated as hell.
I think they're perfectly rated where they're at.
No.
Not over, not under. I think they're fine where they're at.
No, I don't. I mean, it's not that I hate Apple. I think Apple products are fine. The one thing I will 100% admit every time that they do an amazing job integrating all their technology together. So like your phone talks to your laptop, that talks to your watch, and it all does a very good job of being very well connected. But I just find it so boring. Like,
I feel like
it's just the simplicity of it all is just so, I don't know.
But I kind of like the minimalist of it.
Yeah, and like I get that's why people like it because it takes away the options for you. But I don't know if I have the choice of picking a product that gives me more options, I'll pick that product every time.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I want more switches, more dials. I want more stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah, I just like I'm not a minimalist, but I would
just
say
like the ease
the simplicity of using an iPhone and everything. It's easy. It looks nice. It feels good.
It does nice. But again, I think also my other issue is also the fact that it does such a good job of being connected to its own products that it
Yeah.
does an awful job of being connected to other products.
Yes. Yes.
So
It's
like if
so
you can't have
secluded in
yeah,
its
you
own.
can't have just an iPhone. Like you have to have an iPhone and a Mac. Like you can't have an iPhone and HP laptop. Like you have to have an iPhone and a Mac and
Right.
with the iWatch or whatever it's called with AirPods and stuff like that. Like they I think purposely do a good job of making other technologies a hassle to work with their technology.
Yes. I will agree with that 100%. I also, the thing I do dislike about Apple is that they unveil a new phone every year and
Yep.
there's like literally almost no changes.
Yeah, it's literally they change how the camera looks on the back, even though the
Yep.
camera does the exact same thing.
Yep.
And they sometimes they have chrome bezels, sometimes they don't. They have different colors, and yeah, it's all the same
Different
stuff.
colors, or like now the iPhone has a glass back to it. And it's like,
Yeah,
honestly, that sucks because now it's going to
yeah,
break even
cool.
easier. So
That's
it's
gonna
like,
shatter. Yeah,
yeah. So it's like, I don't know. They did. And then
iPhones are very fragile.
they also make like the old ones then start to go slower. So then
Yep,
you have to
you
upgrade.
have to get a new one.
You have to get sucked into it. And then they're like, oh, we're also going to change the charging cord. So that one you had since 2010,
Yeah,
can't
don't
use it
work.
anymore. You got to
Yep,
buy a new one.
yeah.
And it's like, dude. So I will agree that kind of sucks about it.
All right, what do you got?
Um, all right. Next one I have. I think you're not going to like this one, but we'll see.
Uh-oh, there we go.
Conversing with strangers.
Overrated.
Yeah, yeah, I knew you were going to say that. I'm going to go underrated.
Really?
I am a very
You're an
social
outgoing
person.
person, yeah. So you're very.
And I like to hear different stories from people. I don't know. I think it's interesting. There's this one guy who I haven't talked to yet, but I'd love to.
Oh, you're eyeballing
Yeah, I've been
them.
eyeballing him for a couple of days, man. It's this old dude who looks like Santa Claus,
Oh,
and
nice.
it might be him. I don't know.
It might,
He
yeah. You never know.
he resides in Ohio, I guess now. Um, he sits around this fire pit that we have at our apartment complex and smokes a cigar just about every single night.
Nice.
And it's like, I bet you this Santa Claus looking dude has some wild stories.
He's seen some stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So, and just like every once in a while, you sit by someone, or I don't know, you're by someone, or you're with someone for an experience, and you
Mm.
talk to them, and it's just like, whoa, this was interesting, or it's like, whoa, what a small world, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, it always like, that was cool for me.
Yeah. I have started to grow onto small talk with walking the dogs in town. Like I'll stop and talk to some people every now and then. I've always tried to be very nice. I'm never mean
Right,
to people. It's just not something that I'm like super down to. Like I'm not gonna sit down and talk with a stranger at the bar for an hour.
right,
Like I
right,
don't
right,
know.
right.
Like a small talk and passing, I'm fine with.
Yeah, yeah. No, I respect that.
I respect you.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
I know you know what this one's gonna be. Tesla.
Overrated.
Overrated. Yep.
Let's go.
Let's go. Tesla's way overrated. Um,
Dude, the cost of like I heard like even once the battery goes out, the cost of replacing it is like a whole nother car.
yeah, it's more cost effective for you to go buy a new Tesla than it is to replace the batteries in your
Which
Tesla,
is insane.
which is wild. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm all for electric cars. Like,
Yes,
I'm
I
all I'm
agree.
all down for it. Like, well, I don't think people quite understand that it is not that you are moving the pollution from your car to the factory because what it takes to make the batteries that go
Yeah,
into a Tesla are extremely toxic to the environment.
I've heard that
Um,
too.
so like I think people also kind of get on their high horse about buying an electric car thinking they're saving the environment, which isn't true. Um, I'm all about electric cars, but the issue I have is that one, I don't like Elon Musk. I think he's don't get me started. We don't have time for that. But
Yeah,
two,
I agree.
I think Tesla is extremely overpriced for the quality. Like if you ever actually sit in a Tesla, I've sat in a few Teslas and they feel cheap. Like they just
Honestly, I haven't.
yeah, they feel very cheap. And it's like
Okay.
I just spent $75,000 on this car and it felt like this, I'd be pretty mad. Like
Yeah.
that would be pretty bummed. I mean there's a long list of things that are wrong. Like I don't want to have to charge my car for 40 minutes every 300 miles.
Well, that's the thing too is there's not enough charging stations
Yeah.
nowadays
And it's just
to
like the range isn't there.
Right. Yeah. Also, it's like if you can't plug it in at home or something,
Right.
then you have to go to a station and hang out there for a half hour or
No.
whatever to take it for. So
If
like,
if you watch TikTokers, or I don't have TikTok, but like Instagram and stuff, if you watch them, they always try to like they do the thing where they try to make like the thing make charging their car is actually really cool. Cause they'll be like, yeah, I have to charge my car for 40 minutes, but it's actually very relaxing. And like, I just go to this Meijer and I plug my car in and I go in and I get a coffee and I come back and I read a book and I just sit in my car in the air conditioning. And it's like, it's just a nice little moment for me. It's like, okay, but what happens when I wake up for work and I'm like, oh crap, I'm going to be late. Now I have to go to a gas station and wait for 40 minutes. Like,
right.
because I like the range on them, like they get on average, I think it's like 300 miles. So, okay, I can't take a road trip because if
Yeah.
I let's say I just went to Denver earlier this year, that was well over 1,000 miles.
Right.
So like let's say it was 1,300 miles. That's 4 stops that I have to make like to charge it, and that's an extra 4 hours.
I was gonna
Like
say that adds so much more time to
it's
your
so
travel
much more
time,
time.
which is
Like so,
exhausting.
yeah, which is already bad enough. So yeah, it's ridiculous. Like,
So it's
and
like
again, you got to map out your entire route to try to find a charger, and
exactly.
yeah,
So I get it. Like, yeah, I'm all for moving off of,
fossil fuels.
gasoline and all
Yep,
that fossil fuels and everything, but it's just not there yet. And
it's
it's
not.
like
But people want it to
Teslas,
be so bad
yeah,
that
people are
they're hyping it
freaking
up.
out about them, and it's like, calm down. They're not that great. Like,
Hmm.
yeah,
It's really not. But yeah, what do you got next?
this kind of goes along with 4th of July coming up here. Fireworks. I'm I'm gonna go ahead and say overrated,
I'm at the point in my life where fireworks are overrated.
right? I kind of
Like
think they're kind of whatever.
like whatever. Like I don't know. Even I don't know. Like I'll light off a firecracker, sure, but like I don't. I sound like I'm 80 years old, but it's like when I'm laying in bed and I hear fireworks going off, I'm just like, God, man, can it stop? Like,
Like you go to a fireworks show and it's like, okay, that was nice, but it's like
yeah. I can't
I
remember
don't
the last time I was genuinely impressed by a firework.
right. Like they look nice, they look pretty, but it's like that's not the main reason I would be at an event is just for
Yeah,
fireworks.
yeah,
I don't know. Like I get it, it's a fun thing to meet up with people and be like, "You want to go watch the fireworks? All right, let's
yeah.
do
It's
it."
like a nice
Especially in
evening.
like in high school or something,
Yeah,
like let's
or
go
if you got a
watch them. Yeah.
family, take the kids.
But it's like, I don't know. Myself personally, I
Mm.
think they're kind of overrated.
Yeah, again, I'm
Also,
just
they're kind of dangerous.
they're very
So,
dangerous, extremely dangerous. They're explosives.
yeah.
But yeah, now that I think about it, I can't remember the last time that I saw a firework that I was like, wow, like
Right.
they all look pretty much the same.
And
Like,
yeah, and I've heard like now they're doing like drone shows with like
yeah.
hundreds of drones and it's like making cool stuff. That's
Have you
kind
ever
of
seen
cool.
those?
I've seen videos of them,
Yeah, I've
but
seen
not
videos
in
of it. They
person.
look. Yeah, I've never been. I don't live in a fancy enough area to see one of those in person. But
I mean,
yeah,
that
no,
seems
they.
pretty rad.
I'd be down with that because then they're doing cool like light shows and they're like it's a
Yeah.
whole animation thing. I'm like, yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? And then the dogs of America will be happier too, you know?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah. My dogs are very anxious and they're gonna go nuts on the 4th,
yeah, yeah. There's a
which
lot of
was
dogs.
2 weeks ago today.
Yeah.
Uh,
True. True.
yeah.
So
Um, egg
nice.
salad underrated.
Underrated. Yes.
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 Yes, I love egg salad.
Egg salad's great.
Dude,
It-
egg salad slaps, man.
Potato salad,
I don't know. I'm not a big potato
macaroni
salad
salad.
fan. I don't
All right. Just egg salad. All right, whatever.
I like I'll eat like if someone's like, yeah, here's some macaroni salad. I'll be like, yeah, I'll try it. Like I'll have some. I'll have a scoop. But like if someone's like, hey, there's a bowl of egg salad over there, I'm pushing people out of the way to get to that egg salad.
Yeah. No, I like egg salads.
I
So
love egg salad, man.
those are pretty fire.
Yeah. What do you got?
Nice. Harry Styles.
Ooh, I think we might be at our wits end on this one.
Overrated.
Well, I think Harry Styles is perfectly rated.
Okay, I respect it. I don't know. I think there's a hype about him that I don't really get. I don't know. He's cool. I don't get me wrong. He's a nice guy and he advocates for good things, but
Mm.
is he the all-knowing God of
No,
watermelon sugar high.
uh,
You know,
I think some people definitely worship him like a deity, which is wrong. But
yeah, I think
yeah,
he's
I think
overrated.
I mean, yeah, I think his fans are overrated.
That could
Um,
be. They're
I
pretty hyped about it.
Yeah, they're pretty hyped. They kind of hype him up because I don't think he's out there like I am a god. Like he's just doing his own thing and living his life, which is pretty cool. Like I don't know. I think Harry Styles. I really like his music. He's
It's
got
not
some really
bad.
cool songs. I'll bump some of them by myself. But yeah, no, I think one thing that I do know about Harry Styles, which I think is really cool, and I know a lot of like musicians have this. He has just like something about him. He can recognize a person from a crowd like nothing. Like there's a video of a girl that was holding up a sign. I can't remember what it said, but he like read it out loud and then like they showed her again at a different concert and this is like 2 years later and she's holding up a completely
Whoa,
different sign and he recognized her.
that's pretty
Like
wild.
that's wild, isn't it? Like I think that's pretty cool that he could do that. But yeah, I'd say his fans are overrated. I think he's perfectly rated. Seems like
I
a
think
fine
that's a good
gentleman.
argument. That's a good argument. I like it.
Mhm.
All right, what do you got?
The color tan overrated.
I'm big on those
Khakis.
pastel colors, I guess you would say, like the forest green,
Yeah.
gray, navy blue, tan. I'm gonna say it's perfectly rated. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't like the color tan. I don't like the color tan or beige or gold.
You don't like khaki shorts? I know you don't like that. So
I mean, I'll wear a pair of khakis, not shorts. I don't wear khaki shorts, but I'll wear a pair
true.
of normal khakis, and they're like, it's fine. Like I'll wear them every now and then, but like I don't know. I think working on cars, when I see tan cars, I'm just like, why would you buy this? Like this just
Yeah.
looks gross. Like what would you?
Yeah, I know what
Why
you
would you
mean.
do this? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
All
just
right.
me. Now, what do you got?
All right. Formula One racing,
Underrated.
underrated. Let's go. You know, overseas actually in like Europe and all that, like
Yeah, it's like a big deal.
it's big deal. So they'll be like it's perfectly rated. But
Mm.
over here in America, it's not known as enough, and
No, it's not really talked about at all.
people need to be like NASCAR. If we put
Overrated.
NASCAR on the list, way overrated. That
Way
NASCAR
overrated.
is, I'm not gonna lie, is boring.
Yeah, it's extremely boring. I don't want to watch a dude go in a circle wall for 200 laps or whatever it is.
Exactly.
Like,
So Formula One racing, it's dope. Check it
yeah,
out
it's
if you
sick.
haven't. It's awesome. So,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start watching next season.
dude, you got it. Or if you watch the documentary on Netflix, it gets
Mm.
you pumped, and it also gives you the background of everybody and everything. And
Yeah,
it
I
just,
know a lot of Formula One racing history because I'm like super into
yeah,
cars. So like I
dude,
know
then
like
you would like the documentary because it shows like the last like 5 seasons or 4 seasons, and it's like it's intense the way they do the documentary. So,
that's crazy.
all right,
Um,
what you got?
cream soda underrated.
I'll agree with you. I'll agree
Yeah,
with you. I like cream soda.
I love cream soda, dude. There's something about cream soda that it's like every time you take a drink of a cream soda, it tastes like the first time you drank it. Like
Yeah,
it's got a crispness to it.
I will also
It doesn't
admit
go bland. So
I feel like there's no other pop like it.
there isn't. And that's why I feel
It's
like
kind of on
it's
its
under
own.
it's on its own. Like it's not in the same category. Because
Right.
I pretty much only drink dark sodas. Um, I don't like Sprite. I don't like Mountain Dew. I don't like Sierra Mist. I don't like all that other stuff. But cream soda, I don't know what it is. It's like a league of its own.
It is. It is. I'll agree with you. That's a good one. All right. You ready for this?
Mm.
Froyo. You give it to me first.
I I like Froyo, but I could see it being overrated.
Overrated.
Yeah,
It's definitely overrated.
I like Froyo.
I think it's fine.
Okay, here's my
But
thing.
if I'm going to get ice cream
Yeah, I want
over
ice cream.
frozen yogurt, if I have the two options, I'm going ice cream.
I will choose frozen yogurt. I will go into a frozen yogurt shop, but if they do not have cake batter Froyo, then I won't get anything. It's literally the only flavor I like. Like sometimes I'll get vanilla, but like, yeah, I gotta get cake batter.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
Can't
think
remember
it's.
the last
I
time I
also
even
think
got
what's
Froyo.
overrated is like you can put all these toppings on
Oh
it, and
yeah,
it's like they're ridiculous toppings. Like put 3 sour gummy worms on your frozen yogurt.
yeah.
Like, what? Come on.
Do you want to hear what I put on mine?
Oh gosh.
I put exactly 3 bobas on my froyo, and that is it.
3?
Mm-hmm.
Why 3?
Because I like boba, and I like the experience of them popping in my mouth. But when it comes to flavors and tastes, I'm very much a purist. I don't need things mucking up in my froyo. So I will pay for it. I will eat my 3 bobas, and then I'll eat my froyo.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, I think it's overrated.
I could see it being overrated.
Yep.
Like I said, if they don't got cake batter, I'm not interested.
Yeah. So, all right.
Standing in the rain. Underrated.
It is a cool feeling, isn't it?
It is, man. And to me, it's not so much as standing in the rain that's a cool feeling. It's the having no cares is the cool feeling.
Yes.
When you
Yeah.
just stopped caring and you're like, I don't care if my clothes get soaking wet.
It's
I don't
just
care
water.
what's going on. It's
It's just water.
I'll get dry eventually. I'll be all right.
Right. Yeah.
Some people are like,
I
it's
like
raining.
it.
I can't go outside. I'll go stand out there, man.
And then someone videos you and they just put in the background music, they just put, "Hello, darkness, my old friend." And they're like, this dude's going through something.
Just me with my arms behind my back, like face up. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Eyes closed, just basking.
All right. Slushies from gas stations.
Underrated.
Definitely underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Slushies from gas stations, especially the gas station that's more of like a hole in the wall.
Yeah,
they're even better there.
Yeah, they are good.
Because they like don't care.
Slushies are so good, dude.
Those are good too. I like those. But it's like the ones with the hole in the wall, it's like they just dump all that syrup in.
Oh yeah. There's no proportion to it. And half the time one of the flavors don't work.
Yep. It's never the one I want though, so it's like bubblegum one is like broken or whatever. It's like, I don't care about that.
Coca-Cola's out.
Hey, Coke one's actually not too bad.
But it's no blueberry.
If they got blue raspberry, I'm getting that every time.
I'm getting blue raspberry every time, man.
I also will then get like a blue Gatorade, and once I suck all the juice out, I'll pour some of that back in it, and it's like you got 2 slushies, dude.
Boom, 2 for 1.
Yeah.
All right. This one's a bit of a curveball. Can of mandarin oranges.
Underrated.
I'm gonna say perfectly rated. And here, I know this is why it's curveball. I have never met a human soul who has turned down a mandarin orange out of a can.
I'm going to be honest. I haven't offered a lot of people a mandarin orange out of a can.
I mean, I haven't either. I'm not walking around with a can full of little tiny oranges. Slugs.
Yeah. Oranges?
But like, if I go somewhere and I have a can of mandarin oranges, which is far and few between, I will admit, it's not a very reoccurring experience for me. But if I crack a can of mandarin oranges and I'm eating those little guys that look like slugs, every time someone's like, "Let me grab one of them. Let me pop in there. Let me get my fingies in there. Grab one."
And the juice in there too.
Oh, the juice, dude. Afterward, I'll just drink it straight. Like,
that's
get
good
a little
stuff.
Pulp in there. That's great, man.
Good stuff. I like it.
I think everybody's with me on that. Everybody loves that. All right, what do you got?
Commercial pilots.
Underrated, I guess.
I'm going overrated.
Overrated, really?
I mean, they do a great job, and I appreciate them bringing me from one destination to the other.
For them doing the job that they're hired to do. Yeah, I appreciate it.
They get a little bit more hype than they need.
That's true. They do get hyped up. Like, especially if you're walking through an airport and there's a pilot walking by.
They got these leather jackets on, and they're like, stand aside. I got a plane to get to.
Yeah.
And it's like, chill. All right. Chill.
All right, calm down. I heard the plane does like 85% of the work anyway, so why don't you relax, man?
Exactly. You're on autopilot 90% of the time. So
they call it autopilot for a reason. All right, relax, man.
And it's always like, like when like little kids like, do you want to go see the pilot in the cabin or whatever? And it's like, what? Like,
no, I want to see the cabin. The pilot can move.
Yeah,
I want to exactly. Switches and pull some.
I want to see all the buttons. I want to pull the lever thing. It's like,
but it's like we don't down and bring us back.
We don't go, hey Timmy, do you want to go see the bus driver in the front?
It's true.
And see him
in the
front?
Sit on his lap and see what he can teach you about driving this bus in the city.
Yeah, I don't know. So it's like, I don't know. They're
the
overhyped.
Train conductor.
Yeah,
we don't do.
You know what? The train conductor is probably overhyped too. I bet you people are like, let me see that front of that train.
Let me get in there. Let me
pull that horn.
Yeah. Let me get on there and make some announcement that's incomprehensible to the human ear.
Exactly.
Stop 7.
And they're like, wait, what? Where was stop 4?
Yeah. Are we about to be at stop 7? Was that stop 7? Where are we? What's going on? Stop 9. Well, hold on. What happened to 8? I was supposed to get off on 8.
Whoa. Oh, I like it. All right.
All right, my final one. Disneyland is overrated. I know we talked about this not too long ago.
I agree with you.
I think Disneyland is way overrated.
I think it's overrated too. There's probably other trips I would rather do than go to Disneyland.
Yeah, the one time I went, it was cool, but
it's fun. You got to go at least once, probably. Just check it out.
I would say it would be worth it. It's worth it to ditch your kids and go.
Yeah,
like if you have kids,
true.
It's worth it to go with like a group of friends.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's cool.
Just make a day out of it, I guess. But like, I don't think your whole trip should be Disney. I don't know, because I'm definitely going to be going back for when the whole Star Wars world clears up. But that's just
true.
But yeah,
I get it. I think I'm on the same page as you. I don't think I would like doing it once, going to Florida once just to go to Disney. That was cool. That was fine.
yeah.
But we also did other things when we did it, so it was like
Right.
that was kind of fun too. So, but yeah, I think I would add it in on the vacation if we can. If not, it's not gonna.
Yeah,
It's not gonna.
not
bug
going
me.
out of my way for it.
No. So, all right, my last one. The moon.
Ooh, I'm saying underrated.
I'm gonna say it's overrated.
The moon's overrated. Tell me
Dude,
why.
we've been there. We've done that. Let's move on to Mars.
So you're saying going to the moon is overrated?
The moon itself is overrated. Whatever.
I love the
It
moon.
casts a lunar eclipse. That's cool, but
You know, it messes with the
it looks like
tides.
Swiss cheese. Great. But I don't know.
Controls the
think-
waves, balances the universe. It's
What else
fine.
do we need to learn about the moon? Not
I
much.
don't think we need to learn much about it, but I do like seeing that big white guy up in the sky. When he's full, I'll go out in the streets. I'll just scream.
I think you might be a werewolf.
What?
Uh,
No.
no. I just got fangs growing here. Those
Yeah.
canine teeth.
I'm just
growing
furry,
there.
man. I'm just furry. Don't worry about
True.
it.
You're a furry?
No,
That's a whole nother
no.
story here.
I am not a furry. I do not discourage or dislike furries. I just don't want to be misrepresented in this situation.
Yeah, if you want to be a furry, that's cool, whatever. We don't discriminate. But it's not my cup of tea. I know
Yeah, it
that.
ain't my thing.
So,
It's too hot.
yeah. All right.
My
Well, that
thing.
was overrated, underrated. I think the last thing we put on that list is the show Let's Give It a Shot,
Let's give it a shot.
which is underrated.
Not enough hype going on about this show. I'll tell you what.
No.
But we do
yeah.
appreciate the hype that is out there. So I don't want you to feel like we don't appreciate our current wonderful viewers. We do.
And you know what? Right now, we're just a seed. And we're
Oh,
growing.
we are a grain of sand on a long beach that they call the internet.
Yep. And we're blooming. We're gonna start blooming.
We-
And it all starts with you.
We're
And so
growing
we
sand.
do appreciate the diehards. Yeah,
Oh,
growing
yeah.
sand. You thought it couldn't be done, but it's happening.
But hey, here we are.
Appreciate the continued support.
Yeah.
Also, if you disagree with any of our decisions on overrated or underrated, you're wrong, but you can debate it. So
I would
go
love to
ahead.
hear what you have to say. So comment down below.
I would love it, so I can shove it in your face that
so
you're
I
wrong.
can comment and let you know exactly why you're wrong. But ring a ding ding. I think we got ourselves a hot sponsor on the other end.
Hot sponsor alert.
Ooh, hot, ooh, hot, ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, let's get over there. We'll be right back.
Welcome to our hot sponsor. Let me jump right in. Here
Let's
we
get
go.
right into it.
Joe.
Yep.
Have you ever had to use a public restroom?
Unfortunately, yes.
Have you ever had an emergency where you dreadfully had to go number 2 in a stall?
Unfortunately, yes.
Have you ever been self-conscious about your choice of shoes or maybe your ankles, how they look? Or do you even like to put your pants all the way to the ground like a 4-year-old while using the toilet?
I promise you I did not put my pants all the way to the ground. I can guarantee you that one.
You never been self-conscious about your shoes or maybe the way your ankles look?
Maybe my shoes. If I'm having some
Okay.
weird shoe day. If they catch me, if I'm at Walmart after work or something.
Okay. Well, no longer do you need to be afraid.
Okay.
Introducing the stall walls.
Tell me more about this product.
Oh, stall walls are great. So these state-of-the-art products are super easy to use and give you that extra sense of privacy while out and about. No
Perfect.
longer do you need to think, oh boy, that person in the stall next to me probably thinks these shoes are so last year. Or no longer do you need to be embarrassed about putting your pants all the way down to the floor like a toddler.
If that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do.
The stall walls simply magnetize to the wall of the stall and drape down to the floor.
Okay. So
You have your
curtains.
own space to do your business, and no one can judge you now.
Nobody.
It comes in many different designs, and you can customize those on our website. When you order, just plug in the promo code potty privacy, please, and you can get a 13% discount
Ooh,
on your
13%.
order, and we will throw in a free Occupied Oasis keychain that features a picture of a toilet on a beach, because
Ooh.
with our product, you will feel like you are in your own personal paradise.
Wow. Now,
Stall walls.
stall walls. I'm all for them. Let me get a little more information on this product here.
You want some
big
more?
Are yeah, how big are these walls?
They cover the average size of a bathroom stall. So they drape around the whole bottom edge.
So it's like a curtain.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's foldable and retractable, and no one has to see those Crocs you're wearing now.
Yeah, you don't feel bad about wearing the last year's Yeezys.
Exactly. Yep. You know, and sometimes you just dreadfully have to use those stalls, which is absolutely disgusting.
They are gross.
But you never know when that coffee's gonna hit, and you just gotta go.
It's true. You gotta keep them stall walls in the back pocket at all times.
Yeah, so they're nice and easy. They fit in a purse. They fit in your back pockets. They're retractable and magnetized. And yeah, now you know you like to put your pants all the way to the ground like a toddler.
Mm-hmm.
No more do you need to feel like, oh man, someone's gonna see my khaki jeans on the ground. You know,
That's true.
they
No
won't
one's
see
gonna
them now.
see-
They're just gonna see that design zebra
You can just
stripes.
take them off in general.
Yeah, you could do whatever you want in that stall. No one's gonna know what's going on. So
With
you get-
discretion. Be respectful to your environment, your animals.
we do not condone. Stall walls does not condone any of those
illegal
actions.
activities.
But you know, a lot of people might walk into that bathroom and see, like, oh man, look at that cheetah print stall wall on the bottom. That's
Ooh.
nice.
Fashionable.
Wow.
In
you know, or
style.
zebra stripes. Whoa, fancy. You know,
The whole
So-
Constitution on the bottom? Wow.
wow. I get to read and learn some information.
Yeah, perfect.
Fascinating.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm all here for it.
Stall walls.
Stall walls.
Keeping your paradise private.
Welcome back. We have a surprise segment this week. So much of a surprise that even Kolsky doesn't know what's going on.
I'm left in the dust. I don't know.
He's in the dark on this one. And I have labeled this one scientific names.
Oh gosh.
Now, here's how this is going to work, Kolsky.
Oh no.
I have a long list of animals and all their scientific names. So I'm going to read. Let me rephrase that. I'm going to attempt to read. Some of these names are truly wild. Some scientific animal names, and you have to tell me what animal that is.
Great.
You down?
Easy work. Light work.
I didn't tell Kolsky ahead of time because I didn't want him looking them up.
This is light work.
Light work. All right.
As long as you read them correctly, I got this.
That's what this is.
So this is on you, buddy.
This is on me. I was reading these and I was reading them out loud, and I already know I'm still gonna botch them. Like I already know.
Now, can some of these be insects?
Oh yeah.
Oh, great. Okay.
This is bugs. And I'll tell you what. I'll do you a favor. I'll tell you what if it's a bug or if it's a animal or
Are you gonna
mammal.
tell me if it's a land animal or a marine animal?
Sure. I'll do you that favor as well.
Ooh, okay, nice,
We'll give you a little wiggle room here. This
nice.
one, um, man, I'm already screwing myself up because I don't even know if this is a bug. I would say it's in the arthropod family. So like,
Okay.
yeah, you'll know. All right, you ready for this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Ak-
You about to say octopus?
no, it's either ak or ach. Acatinoidea. Acatinoidea.
It's very
That's what I'm
simple.
sticking with. I'm sticking
Very
with that one.
simple. I've known this for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Taken the quiz many times here.
Yep.
This is an armadillo, obviously.
I did say this is in the arthropod, so it could technically be a bug. So you're telling me that an armadillo could technically be a bug?
I was testing you.
Oh, okay.
It is a grasshopper.
Ooh, close but no cigar. It is a snail.
Oh.
So snails are bugs, right? No, they're not. They're like a mollusk.
What's a mollusk, though?
A mollusk is
What
like a sea urchin.
with a shell, right?
Yeah, it's got a shell. All right. This is a
Yep.
land animal, a mammal.
Land mammal. Okay.
Achinonyx jubatus. Jubatus.
Juventus.
Jubatus.
Jubitus?
Jubatus.
Oh, see, that makes a
Achinonyx
difference.
jubatus. Want me spell them out for you? Will that help you out?
No, that's not going to help me one bit.
Achinonyx jubatus.
Okay.
Jubatus. Is this helping you out at all? This is a
Is
land
this
animal.
a safari animal or a
It is.
forest?
It is a
Okay.
safari animal.
I suspected. I suspected.
I sussed this out.
Jubitus. That rings a bell. That rings a bell.
Mhm.
That's a hyena.
Ooh, man, you're close. It's a cheetah.
Oh man,
You're
come
getting
on
close,
now.
man. You're getting close.
Oh dang.
All right. Now this is an amphibian,
Amphibian. Okay.
and this is a very specific amphibian. Aglatinus calidrius. Calidrius. Aglatinus calidrius.
Makes me think of algae.
Amphibian.
Right. Amphibians eat some algae, so just so you know.
I don't think this one does.
I'm gonna go with salamander.
No, it is a red-eyed tree frog.
Dang, man. That was my next guess, too.
This is a mammal. We have seen one together.
Dude, we were at a zoo. You see 50 animals.
I'll tell you, that's exactly where we saw one of these together.
I don't doubt it.
Aelurus fulgens. Aelurus fulgens. It is, I will give you a shape. It is probably medium dog sized.
Ah, okay.
So it's about blueberry size. Maybe a little smaller.
Okay. Blueberry size. Let's see. This was at the zoo.
This was at the zoo.
And
And
it's
I'll
a
say
mammal.
it is a mammal.
Land animal.
Yes. I think when we saw it, we thought it wasn't in there, and then we kind of had to double take back and see it again. but it was out the second time we saw it.
Oh shoot. Was it a boar?
It was not a boar.
Dang it.
It is a red panda.
Ah, shoot. Okay. Yeah, no, it never would have got that. So
I know for a fact you have seen one of these in real life. It is I think they're technically amphibians.
okay.
Ambystoma mexicanum.
Iguana?
No. I don't know if you know what they're called. It's an axolotl.
Oh, yeah. Mudkip.
Yep, Cole has seen one because I own one.
Yeah. Those things are pretty cool.
Yeah,
They look like little water salamanders.
they do. Well, that's what they are.
That's why they look like that.
Yeah, that would be why they look like that.
You can tell this is a white oak tree because the way it is.
Because of the way it is. All right, I think you might be able to suss this one out. This is an avian. All right.
Which means bird. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it means bird.
It's in the poultry family.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm going to give you some leeway. We have for sure seen one of these together.
Bro, we've seen tons of birds. Come on.
Ara macaw.
These are the parrots, the macaws.
Boom, scarlet macaw.
Woo! I guess macaws are different than parrots, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Well, I saved it then. Macaw. I said macaw second, so
Yeah.
let's go.
All right, this is a sea creature.
Okay.
I think you might be able to figure this one out. If you got to really put your brain here.
Sea creatures are animals in the ocean. Just so our viewers know.
All right. Astroidia.
Did you just call me an astronomical idiot?
Astroidia.
Astroidia.
I think you can figure this out, man. I believe in you.
How?
Just really think it out.
Of the words?
Yes. This one
Idia.
you can.
Which word? The first or the second?
It's all one word, but it's the first. Astroidia.
The Houston Astros.
I think you can do this, man. I believe in you.
Astronomical.
You're in the realm, man. You're in the ballpark. Kind of.
Which makes them seem like they're from space. Jellyfish.
You were like, you got teed up. You went up to bat, and then you turned around and swung the opposite way. It's a starfish.
Starfish.
It's a starfish.
You know what? I had that in my head briefly,
Yeah.
but then I was just thinking of the weird bottom feeders or whatever or something. So,
all right, here's a lob. This is a land animal. All right.
Oh no! If you do a lob and then I get it wrong, I look like an idiot.
If you get this wrong,
there's a good chance I get this wrong.
No, I promise. If you get this wrong, then maybe you are an idiot. Man.
Pressure's on.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Bison.
Oh. Cow. Bison. It's a bison.
All right.
Simple.
That was a lob. We have talked about one of these today. All right.
What?
Blattaria.
Well, which one is it, Joe? Because there's a big difference.
I'm gonna go with Blattaria.
Ah, okay.
We have talked about them today.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We've talked about cockroaches. We've talked about elephants. Wait, did you say what it's in?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a bug.
I'm going cockroach.
Boom, you got it.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, let me cook you off two more here.
All right. This is fun.
Um.
Oh yeah, bladderia.
Oh, right, Natch.
Yeah. GG.
GG. Um. All right. This is a crustacean.
Okay.
This is a very specific crustacean. C. Dot opilo opilio opilio.
C. Opalio.
Mm-hmm.
The Alaskan king crab.
You're actually really close. It's a snow crab.
Oh man, dude, how that would have been sick if I got that.
Yeah, if you would have knocked that out of the park, man.
It's genius.
Hold on, my computer froze up. All right, it's Cholip Cholipus hoffmanni. Cholipus hoffmanni. And this animal is described by the number of appendages on its hands and feet.
Hmm. And Howler Monkey was way off.
Um, they might run into each other up in the trees.
Let's see. Flying squirrel.
It is a sloth.
Dang. Oh yeah,
The
they got like
two-toed
3.
sloth or the three-toed
Uh,
sloth.
gotcha.
Yeah,
That was a difficult one.
that was a hard one. But hey, surprise round, right? Surprise segment.
I think I did pretty decent.
You did pretty good. I mean, it was pretty hard. It was a big
Somewhere
ask.
close.
Something pretty in the ballpark. But I think it's time for us to wrap this show up. Kolsky, what do you think?
Sadly, we need to wrap it up. So
Let's head on over to the wrap up.
let's do it. Welcome to the end of the show where we wrap it up. Okay.
Wrap it up.
We wrap it up. And we always start our wrap off with what grinds my gears. And today, I'm going to shoot it over to you, Joe, and I want to know what's been grinding your gears.
This is a hard one this week.
Okay. That means it's a good week.
No, it's hard for the opposite reason.
Oh, there's been so many things.
Terrible things going on that it's hard. Now, I know we like to keep the show super lighthearted.
Yep.
And we like to have a lot of fun.
Yep.
And I like to think people come on here and they forget about their worries and troubles and woes.
Yes.
But as we've stated in the past, we are 2 weeks behind current events when the show comes out because we record
True.
2 weeks ahead.
True.
But this past week, I tried to find something that was grinding my gears, something trivial, versatile, something that was just dumb that happened. And I couldn't because I was so angry about the way this nation's being run.
I know what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah. Now, again, this is not about politics. It's not about religious views. It's not about anything. It's about the 5 people decided that, from what I can gather, in my opinion, in my personal view, 5 people decided that women's rights and then women's health care was less than anybody else's. That they felt that as though they can be treated as second-class citizens, and it has opened the door, not just to a lot of death from botched abortions and stuff like that. From obviously we're talking about Roe v. Wade, but also this now opens the door to. I know some of the justices are talking about trying to take back same-sex marriages and contraception.
There's a lot of things that are just starting to unfold and unravel because of this in a negative way. So
yeah, in a very, very negative way, and it's now, it's hard because it doesn't grind my gears, it doesn't make me angry, it doesn't make me enraged. It breaks my spirit that we can take back 50 years of progress by 5 people deciding that, like that.
You know what? This is going to be our grind my gears because I
Yeah,
think it's perfect. Yeah, this is definitely grinding the gears on
yeah,
both of us, and I'm gonna totally agree with you. Yeah, I think it's ridiculous, and I don't know. I don't
yeah,
think we've ever been more in a worse time. I feel like, at least in
yeah.
my
It's
life, but
yeah,
in the generations. So yeah, it's a bit frustrating out there right now, and so I totally get that if you're frustrated out there. Hopefully we can ease a little bit of that stress, but still, I get you, I hear you, and I totally agree with you, Joe.
yeah, yeah.
It's a sad time.
Yeah, it's a
So
rough one, and like I said, I kind of debated on bringing it up here because I like to think that. Um, hold on. Sorry. I like to think that again we're a lighthearted show, and I don't want to bring politics or religious
right,
views or anything like that because I don't think this is about politics, and I don't think this is. I mean, it is kind of about religious views, but I don't I don't want to yuck anyone's yum. When it comes to religion, there's one thing that I feel very, very strongly about, and it's that anybody should have the ability and the right to believe whatever they want without being criticized or looked down upon for it. But I also am a very, very, very strong believer in separation of church and state.
yep,
I don't think anything. I mean, there's so many religions that we don't base our country on, and
yep,
rightfully so. Like
yep,
it's very maddening to see that
yes.
we can so quickly lose all the progress that so many people have fought and worked extremely hard for.
Yep. So, yeah, those who are watching, if you have different views or if you have the same views, I respect your views, and I'm not going to tell you to do otherwise. But I totally agree that it's a hard time right now, and
Mm,
that's kind of how we feel on it, and that
yeah,
is what it is. But yeah, I agree with you. And I think if we were to just sit back and not say a single thing about it, it'd be kind of
it'd be kind of ridiculous.
yeah. So
Yeah, it would be.
yeah,
It's something that I mean, I don't think we're gonna make big waves or anything like that. I don't think we move any people per se, but for me not to say it didn't feel right.
I agree with you. So I think it's good.
Yeah, I think we both
Awesome.
ground our gears this week on that one.
Yeah, I would agree.
But I got something in my garden.
Let's go dig something up in the garden.
Yep.
Let's try to bring some joy here. So, what are you
Joys.
digging?
Um, backpacking on the thing that was grinding my gears. I would like to applaud some companies because of this outcome.
Ah,
Now, I don't. A lot of these companies are not great companies, but they have come forward. I'm about to read off a list, and they have pledged or, as of right now, said that they are going to um, reimburse travel for people that have
right.
to go out of state to have legal abortions.
Yeah.
So I would like to take a moment to name off a list of companies that kind of stepped up right away. They didn't hesitate. And again, some of these companies are not great, but they are doing the right thing, and I think that should count for something. But here in the tech and social media atmosphere, Meta, Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Adobe, Sony, Box.com, Intuit, Reddit, Tesla, and Mozilla. And then in the retail space, Starbucks, Dick's Sporting Good, uh, Patagonia. I don't know what that is. Uh,
Patagonia?
DoorDash, Grubhub. You know, I don't. Do you know what Patagonia is?
It's like an outdoorsman kind of
Oh, is it?
clothing.
Oh, okay. DoorDash, Grubhub, Levi, H&M, Nike, Adidas, Johnson Johnson, Allbirds, Esther Lauder, Urban, Ulta. Is it Elf or ELF Beauty? Do you know?
I think it's Elf. I
Is
think.
it Elf? I
I don't
think
know
so. I mean, I
actually.
read it as Elf. Him
Yeah.
and Hers, Nordstrom, Ben and Jerry's, Impossible Foods. For travel, it's Uber, Lyft, Airbnb, Alaska Airlines, Expedia Group. Entertainment, it's Disney, Warner Brothers Discovery, Paramount, Netflix, Live Nation, Comcast. For finance, it's Citigroup, Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase, BlackRock, Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs, Dutch Bank, PayPal, and then the miscellaneous is Zillow, T-Mobile, Yelp, Duolingo, WeWork, OpenSea, and Indeed.com. All those companies have stepped forward and said that they're healthcare policy will now reimburse for travel for anybody who has to go out of state to seek healthcare.
Let's let's dig it in our community garden because I dig it. So
Yep,
I like it.
I dig it.
Dig it. All right. Those were two good segments. I think got a little deep, and that's fine
Yeah.
because this is our show and we can do what we want on our show. So,
Sure, we can do whatever it is we want.
but yeah, why don't we end it with getting the people going?
All right. Do you got a quote?
I do have a quote. Do you have a quote?
I do have a quote.
You want me to go quote first?
Yeah, you go quote first.
I'll quote.
Yeah, you quote.
My quote it goes as stated. Why are you trying so hard to fit in when you were born to stand out?
Hell yeah,
And you know
dude.
what it's from? The movie What a Girl Wants.
Hey, there we go. I've never seen What a Girl Wants.
I think I've seen it before, actually, with Amanda Bynes or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's an old one, but yeah, I think it's a great quote.
I
Why
think
are
it is
you
a great quote.
trying so hard to fit in when you were born to stand out? Who cares what the social norms are?
Who
Stand
cares?
out. Be you.
Stand up. You be you. You do whatever it
That's
is that you
simple
want
as
to
that.
do.
I'm sure Joey's got a quote that's going to blow mine out of the dust, so that's why I went first.
No. I don't think so. I mean, this is a good quote.
All right.
Bombs and pistols do not make revolution. The sword of revolution is sharpened on the wedding stone of ideas.
Ooh, that's very nice. Very nice.
By
Very
God,
nice.
I think it's Sign, Singh.
Okay.
Sing. Yeah.
Sing. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
sing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bombs and
It-
pistols do not make revolution. The revolution is sharpened on the wedding stone of ideas. It means we
I
don't got to
like that.
fight. We don't have to rage. We don't have to push down barriers or storm buildings. We just have to use our words and use ideas to overcome diversity.
I like it. I like it. If that doesn't get you going, I don't know what will. So.
I don't know what does. So yeah, I know we got a little. I don't want to say preachy, but we got a little heavier than we usually do in this segment.
Sure.
But it's been a heavy week, and I don't want to pretend like it hasn't, and I don't. I would like for this to be kind of a getaway, but at some point we have to acknowledge the change in the world,
Yep.
unfortunately. But
I agree.
yeah, let's get on out of here. Comment down below on all the segments we had in this week. I want to hear what you agree with our over and underrated.
Yeah, totally.
Let me know how badly I botched those scientific names, because I can tell you I could feel it in my bones. I didn't get a single one of those right.
You botched them. That's why I didn't get them. So
yeah, right. That's why.
I would have
And
got
then follow us on socials on
Please.
Instagram and TikTok at let's_give it a shot.
Let's give it a shot. We always like to give things a shot, and we give a shot on this show. So we're going to keep them coming. So keep on listening, spread it.
Yeah, we'll be here next week. Yeah, let friends know. We appreciate it. We see you guys talking about it and liking the videos, and the views are going up. And yeah, I'm loving making it, and I hope you guys truly love watching it.
Yep,
But
we appreciate it.
Yeah, join us next week where we give that a shot.
Toads. Deuces.
Deuces.